Hello everyone, welcome to Full Moon Movies. There are certain films that don't just tell a story, they carry the weight of history with them. Killers of the Flower Moon is one of those films. Watching it, especially through the Criterion 4K release, feels less like experiencing a movie and more like witnessing a slow, painful unraveling of truth, power, and betrayal. Directed by Martin Scorsese, the film explores the Osage murders of the 1920s, where members of the Osage Nation were systematically killed for their oil wealth. But what makes the film stand out is that it doesn't present itself as a conventional crime mystery. Instead, it reveals the crime early and shifts its focus towards how such a system of exploitation could exist and persist. At the center of the story is Ernest Burkhart, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, a man whose moral compass is constantly tested. Unlike typical protagonists, Ernest is not heroic. He is weak, easily influenced, and driven by the need for approval, particularly from his uncle William Hale, played by Robert De Niro. De Niro's performance as Hale is quietly terrifying. He doesn't present himself as a villain in the traditional sense. Instead, he appears as a respected community figure, charming, composed, and deeply manipulative. Now, what makes his character so unsettling is how he justifies his actions, framing exploitation as entitlement. But the emotional core of the film belongs to Lily Gladstone, who plays Molly Burkhart. Her performance is grounded, restrained, and deeply powerful. While much of the film unfolds through deception and manipulation, Molly's presence anchors the story in reality. Her quiet strength contrasts sharply with the moral weakness surrounding her. One of the most striking aspects of The Killers of the Flower Moon is its pacing. The film moves slowly, deliberately, allowing each moment to settle. This is not a film driven by plot twist. In fact, it's driven by inevitability. You know what is happening, and that knowledge makes every scene more painful. Scorsese's direction avoids sensationalism. The violence, when it occurs, is often sudden and understated. Now, this restraint makes it more impactful. The film is not trying to shock the audience, it is trying to make them understand. Visually, the film is stunning. The wide landscapes of Oklahoma, the oil fields, and the period's details are all captured with remarkable clarity in the Criterion 4K release. The natural lighting, earthly tones, and detailed production design creates an immersive experience that feels authentic rather than stylized. The 4K presentation enhances this further. The textures of clothing, the subtle expressions on characters' faces, and the vastness of the environment all becomes more pronounced. It's the kind of upgrade that doesn't just improve image quality, it deepens the experience. The film's sound design and score also plays a crucial role. Instead of dominating the narrative, the music quietly supports the mood, allowing the tension to build naturally, and this subtle approach aligns with the film's overall tone, which is measured, reflective, and heavy. Another key element is how the film portrays power. This is not just a story about individual crime, it's about a system that allows those crimes to happen. Law enforcement, community structures, and social hierarchies all contribute to the environment where exploitation becomes normalized. The introduction of the federal investigation adds another layer to the narrative. It marks the beginning of accountability, but it also highlights how long injustice was allowed to continue. In terms of reception, the film was widely praised for its performance, direction, and historical significance. It performs solidly at the box office and received strong critical acclaim, though some viewers noted its long runtime and deliberate pacing as challenges. However, these elements are also what defines the film. Killers of the Flower Moon is not designed to be easily consumed, it demands attention, patience, and reflection. Comparing it to Scorsese's earlier works, this film feels more restrained. It lacks the kinetic energy of the films like Goodfellas, but it replaces it with a deeper, more contemplative approach. It's less about momentum and more about weight. What makes the film resonate today is its relevance. The themes of exploitation, systemic injustice, and the abuse of power are not confined to the past. They continue to echo in modern society. The Criterion 4K release elevates the film further for collectors and film enthusiasts. Known for its attention to detail, Criterion ensures that the film is presented with the highest possible quality, often accompanied by insightful bonus features and essays that provide additional context. In conclusion, The Killers of the Flower Moon leaves a lasting impression not because of a dramatic conclusion, but because of the questions it raises. It challenges the audience to confront uncomfortable truths about history and human nature. Now, this is not an easy film, but it is an important one. Now, this movie is a must watch.